wasn't going to get anything more out of Jimmy for a while. It was some sort of fuse box or switchboard. The box was corroded and wouldn't open. It was a heavy-duty throw switch. The gas pipe looked like it fed the furnace below. It was covered in warnings, highly explosive. It was controlled by a rusty-looking valve. The old sign was an anchor held by a hastily fastened cable. It had seen better days. A badly tied cable held the anchor sign to a support beam. I slid the crowbar under the cable, though I wasn't sure what I hoped to achieve. The pipe had been cracked by the falling anchor. Gas was leaking out. The pipe had been cracked by the falling anchor. Gas was leaking out. The rusty valve wheel now lay on the floor. The sign was no longer a hazard, but the gas sure was. The light fitting had been ripped from the wall, and the bulb smashed. flames had died down, but the smell of burning waste still filled the air. Behind the furnace, I could now see a ladder leading up to a room. The furnace was now off. Hello? Leet?
Leet!
Huh? Hey, kid. Are you all right?
Leet! 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 Leet!
Oh. Is that,
What?
a Shreebman port?
Let me guess. Leet?
Leet!
Yeah. Hold your bilby, Poppy. Grown-ups are talking. Now, you. Why are you pretending to be Graham Grundy?
How do you know that?
My system flags every U-chip that walks through that door. And you are not Graham.
Correct.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Did you kill him?
No. I just borrowed his ID.
I see. Okie dokie then. Start talking.
Okay, so what's your connection to Graham Grundy?
Graham? Oh, he was just an acquaintance. How do you know about me and him anyway?
Graham's wife mentioned you by name.
She what? And I suppose she told you where to find me?
No, that bit was easy. I just used the tracker.
Whoa! A tracker?
Yes, a toy tracker. In that bilby.
Bilby!
Songbird's bilby had somehow ended up in the young girl's hands.
Oh, Graham! You amateur!
Sounds like he was more than just an acquaintance.
All right, I did know him. I'm the genius who put the masked demon and the data blocker on his ID. I took in the girl when he brought her to me when I knew I shouldn't have. Her name's Poppy. She's a Gaplander. Bilby toy tracker. Stupid, soft-hearted, stupid Graham.
How do I know you're really Leet?
Said I was, didn't I?
The last guy I met told me he was Leet, and that didn't end well.
That'd be Jimmy.
He tried to cut off my thumbs.
Sounds like Jimmy. Deep down, he means well.
So what's your deal, Leet?
Technical genius, ethical hacker, outlaw, fashion guru. Whatever you want to call it. I stay off the grid.
Hiding from something?
Me and Union City had a little disagreement a few years back. And we'll leave it at that.
Why all this attention on my Shreebman port?
Because, man, it's a Shreebman port! Do you have any idea how rare that is? Still regret having mine out. See?
Who's the girl?
Her name's Poppy. She's a Gaplander. Graham brought her here. Told me he'd found her wandering around somewhere.
Like kidnapping?
Jeez! Who said anything about kidnapping? No. He was trying to help her. He thought she might be connected.
Connected to what?
Everything. Or maybe nothing.
Well, that narrows it down.
Listen, pal. Graham had a loop, and he kept me out of it.
Why does Poppy laugh all the time?
Weird, huh? It's like someone turned the happy knob all the way up to 11, and then snapped it off.
Graham never talked about it?
Like I said, Me and Graham had a strictly need-to-know relationship.
So Graham just left you with Poppy?
He said it'd only be for a day. Didn't turn out that way. Poor kid. Someone had to look after her. Guess that's me now.
Poppy seems really attached to that Bilby.
Bilby!
Yeah. Well, if that Bilby's got a tracker in it, she's gonna find herself unattached pretty quick. One way or another, you are taking that Bilby with you when you leave.
I don't think Poppy is going to give up the Bilby.
Then you might be responsible for throwing them both down the incinerator.
You're kidding.
Try me.
I don't think Poppy is going to give up the Bilby.
Oh, yeah? Well, listen. You brought that thing into my cavern of solace, so you're leaving with it.
Hey, I didn't bring it here. Graham did.
You're right. And which one of us is Graham today?
Ugh, fine. You said you put a data blocker on Graham's ID.
Yes. But a fat lot of good it does when you tell everybody about me. Hey, Graham?
Why did Graham want his own data blocked?
Hell if I know. I run a tech service, not a chat show. He wanted two things from me. First was something to hide his own data from. Prying eyes.
And the second thing?
A way out of the city. Just for a day. Being an absolute bleeding genius, I manage both. Hence the masked demon.
Okay, so if I want to find out what's going on here, I need to get rid of Graham's data blocker, yes?
Yes.
Can you remove it?
Oh. Yes. But no. Graham's little disappearing act has totally messed with my mojo. Whole new level of security has been added to the Minos gateway. I can't get in without my masked demon triggering every damn security protocol ever invented. Can't get rid of my masked demon without getting in. Basically, I'm saying Minos is out and it's a link space thing. You wouldn't understand.
Is removing this data blocker complicated?
Nothing's complicated if you've got the tools for the job. And you, sir, have got the tools for the job.
You're talking about my Schriebman port?
Exactly. All our problems solved by that glorious hole in the back of your head.
You remember link space?
Yes, finally. I was beginning to think I was the only one in this city with a brain. That said, you may be the only one in the city with a Schriebman port. Which means, oh ho ho! Today might turn out to be a good day after all. Let me show you something. Follow me.
Is that a link chair?
It absolutely is.
And I suppose you want me to sit in it.
You've got a problem with your ID. I've got a problem with mine. The solution to both our problems lies in Minos. But thanks to Graham's selfish inability to not die, I can't access the system.
So how do we get in?
Via link space. There's a back door into Minos. Now, I'm the only man in this city with a functioning link space chair. And today, the only man in the world with a functioning Schriebman port walks through my back door. I need you to do this. You need you to do this. Poppy needs you to do this. The universe needs you to do this.
The data blocker on Graham's account was stopping me finding out more about him. It sounded like Leet really could help me get rid of it. I needed to do what he said. Leet's super terminal was quite a piece of reclaimed tech. It was another hand scanner. These things were beginning to make me nervous. A scrapped robot that looked past its prime. Poppy? Were you kidnapped from the Gap? Poppy's constant laughter was beginning to get to me. Is Leet taking good care of you? Poppy's constant laughter was beginning to get to me. What's that you got there?
Bilby!
Can I hold your Bilby?
No!
Good luck with that one, mate.
Are you okay?
Bilby!
Yes, that's a Bilby, all right. Bye, Poppy.
Bye-bye.
I guess that was Leet's bed. Either that or he had a dog. And again, nobody would let a dog sleep in that. It was some kind of old device for producing electromagnetic radiation. Would you like a can of Spankles, Poppy?
Spankles!
No way. I'm having a hard enough time shutting her up as it is.
This is called a Mini K. Do you want it?
No one wants it.
Hey, Poppy. I'm a social climber.
Are you really bragging to a little girl?
It was an old link interface, the height of intrusive tech. So you need me to reach Minos through link space?
Correct. Ready to strap in?
I've got a few more questions.
Oh, come on, man. Leet wants his Minos back.
I'm looking for a boy called Milo. He was kidnapped 2 nights ago. I tracked him here, to Union City.
Hey, Poppy! You know a boy called Milo? Not Bilby. Milo! Ah, forget it.
You really don't know any more about her?
Hey, I'm just the babysitter.
Didn't Graham ever explain where he found Poppy?
Graham didn't ever explain anything. Like I said, he was supposed to come back for the girl a couple of weeks ago.
How does this Shriepman port work again?
I told you. It interfaces the network directly with your brain. You'll manifest inside the system with some form of avatar, and then...
Then?
You'll figure it out. Now, let's fire this thing up. I'm excited to see if it still works. Ready?
Actually, I'm good to go. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, buddy, you'd be surprised.
Lead?
Relax. You've done this before, right?
A long time ago.
Hey, it's like riding a bike. First thing you gotta do, make your way through link space to the Minos portal.
Is it easy to find?
Maybe, maybe not. But link space should be completely empty these days.
Minos portal. Then what?
Find your way to the ID data center. Bring up the accounts of Graham Grundy and Elliot Richardson.
Whoa. Who's Elliot Richardson?
Duh. Elliot. Leet.
Gotcha. What's next?
Eliminate the masked demons and the data blockers on both our accounts. Piece of pie. Easy as cake. Got it?
Get to Minos, then clear your software from our accounts. It's really that simple?
Uh-huh. You'll figure it out. You seem like a bright spark. Now, let's fire this baby up. Can't wait to see if she still works. Hey?
Whoa, still works. What are you...
Okay. Hold on to your brain.
How am I supposed to...
I meant figuratively.
It seemed that link space wasn't going to be the easy route Leet thought it was. The system had been abandoned, but they'd had the wherewithal to leave a firewall. I had to find a way through. The firewall program kept unwanted traffic from progressing to Minos. The data was fragmented. An encrypted data store.
Omni-Gaffer repairs firewall damage to network structure. Download complete. Extinguisher temporarily overrides firewall programs for access to mainframe. Download complete.
Seemed like just the thing to deal with the firewall. Something told me I was being watched. The virus was slowly chewing through the data in the area.
Blindfold counter-intrusion countermeasure. The author does not accept liability for brain damage.
The blind program was a short-lived but powerful tool for sneaking through security. With the eye blinded, I didn't need to worry about it frying my brain.
Quick Decrypt, a decryption routine for all standard UCSI-coded files. Download complete.
I wasn't sure what I'd use it for, but I didn't want to leave it behind. The decryption program seemed to do the trick. The data had downloaded, probably via my port to Leet's terminal. I'd already downloaded the data.
Divine Wrath will destroy instances of the Helix virus. Warning, data will be unrecoverable. Download complete.
The Helix virus sounded familiar for some reason. With the virus expunged from link space, I hope I'd be able to get into Minos.
Relaxing security protocols. Firewall shutdown complete.
The firewall was down. I could access Minos.
Accessing archive data.
There appeared to be a recording on the data I'd picked up.
Error. Unknown biological agent in core. Intruder detected. Overman chamber. Biomatrix replacement confirmed. Error. 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 Deleting file. Overman.brain. Deleting file. Link control.brain. Upload file. Joey.awesome.
Link was going to replace my father's dying brain with mine. If Joey hadn't sat in that chair, it would have gotten me too.
Converting to Minos data. Please wait. Compatible program found. Retro Fashion Boutique. Order submitted. Accessing archive data.
There appeared to be a recording on the data I'd picked up.
Error. Unknown biological agent in core. Intruder detected. Overman chamber. Biomatrix replacement confirmed. Error. 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 Deleting file. Overman.brain. Deleting file. Link control.brain. Upload file. Joey.awesome.
Link was going to replace my father's dying brain with mine. If Joey hadn't sat in that chair, it would have gotten me too.
Converting to Minos data. Please wait. Compatible program found. Retro Fashion Boutique. Order submitted.
Hello?
Good evening. I am the Greeter AI system in charge of this Minos channel. How can I help you today?
I'm looking for the ID data center. Am I in the right place?
Indeed you are. Citizen identification is under my jurisdiction. Are you having an issue with ID privileges?
Can you access some specific citizens? I need to check out the programs running on their IDs.
That's easily done. Who would you like to check?
Check Graham Grundy and Elliot Richardson.
Retrieving.
Excellent. Can we delete the programs that are running here?
No problem at all. That will of course require administrator approval. Would you like one summoned?
No, that's okay.
Administrator cancelled.
but I can move programs between users.
That's right. Ancillary AI systems like yourself do have move access, but no delete or create commands.
That gives me something to work with, at least. Thanks, Greta.
Happy to help.
My avatar was overloaded with the program data. I doubted the smaller ones could support the larger. I needed to arrange them in size order. I doubted the smaller ones could support the larger. I needed to arrange them in size order. I doubted the smaller ones could support the larger. I needed to arrange them in size order. Greta, you got a minute?
How can I help you?
Tell me about yourself.
I am Greta, AI number 96. I am currently running interface General Response Engine, Technical Assistant. My equivalent citizen ID is 5262-62627-2.
You have a citizen ID?
Yes, an equivalent citizen ID is required to use the Minos Mail Communication Network.
So what do these programs do?
Oh, all sorts of things. Usually correcting erroneous data or flagging them for other ministries. The programs can be moved between citizens of interest, depending on current requirements. Requesting new programs or deleting them are actions restricted to administrators.
So, what am I looking at here?
The ID Data Center is responsible for storing all information on UChip ID usage. Programs attached to an individual's ID can be modified and moved around. But creation and deletion of those is outside the scope of my AI.
Bye.
Keep up the good work.
I'd removed all the programs running on Leets and my own ID. Command, save changes.
Changes saved. Beginning propagation to external servers.
So you're saying Agio City isn't real?
No, no, no. It's real, all right. But all the adverts and tourist boards, a total lie. It's being plundered by the council, like a piñata at a kid's party.
Hey, look who's waking up.
Joey?
Check out my new threads.
But... how?
This weird guy fixed me.
Yeah, I went through your bag while you were asleep. Found my old cleaver in there as well. Thank you. But never mind that. I was monitoring your progress while you were in there. Looks like you've nailed both our data problems.
So my ID should be cleared then?
Your ID. My access to Minos. Result.
I thought you said link space was empty. It had a major virus.
The Helix virus? That's still going? Glad I didn't have to deal with that.
Late!
1 second, Poppy.
Hey, where's her Bilby?
Shh. I got the Bilby away from her while you were in link space. Managed to slip it into your purse without her noticing. Dump it in the incinerator when you leave.
It's not a purse. It's a satchel. What were you and Joey talking about as I was waking up?
Foster, you should hear this guy. He's a proper nut job.
Says the droid with a god complex.
That's not a complex. I am a god. Anyway, ask him about some of his theories. They are wildly entertaining. And by entertaining, I of course mean fascinating and informative.
Okay. Theory of evolution. What is all that about? Where's the controlled experiment, right? Duh!
Any other conspiracy theories?
The only way magenta can exist as a color is if rainbows are actually rain tubes. Think about it.
Any other conspiracy theories?
Tell him the one about the Minister of Aspiration.
Well, I'm not saying conclusively that she's a reverse vampire, but duh, you only ever see her in public during the day.
Any other conspiracy theories?
Well, you know how everyone thinks the Earth is just a flat disk?
Sure. Day one of elementary school.
Well, listen to this. Globe. Boom!
That's insane. What's the story on that distillery out there?
The moonshine still? That's Jimmy's.
What's the moonshine made of?
Out-of-date spankles.
Sounds dangerous.
You're not kidding. It's practically weapons grade.
Boy, seeing all this old tech takes me back.
Haha! Still the best, isn't it? I mean, sure. Reboots are fine, but they're never a patch on the original.
Amen to that. Surely there can't be much call for old robot parts.
Listen, I don't judge you.
Hey, I'm not judging. My pockets are stuffed full of crap. When I go, is Poppy going to be okay?
After what you just did in Link Space, absolutely. Anyway, I've had enough of this city. I've been planning my exit strategy for months. Just a few hours' time, I'm heading out of this happy cesspool of fake smiles, spankles, and secrets.
Late!
And I'm taking Poppy with me. Get her back to her family in the Gap.
Take her out of the city? How?
I think I figured out a way to slip a U-chip past the system. It's a little bit of genius. It's all about the kudos.
You think it'll get her through the city gates?
I'm still working on it. But if I'm right, which I always am, I'll get her anywhere.
Late! Ha ha ha!
If she can shut up for 5 minutes.
Did I hear you say Agio City?
Don't get me started. When I found out about Agio City, that was the last straw.
What happened?
You've seen the land trains. They're coming directly from Agio City. Or what's left of it.
What do you mean?
We destroyed it. An entire metropolis converted to scrap. And the people forced into the gap.
That's terrible.
All while the people of Union City get fat off its remains. And the council call them our allies.
So my ID is now clear? No blockers?
No blockers. I hope you know what you're doing, by the way. Graham wanted his emails hidden for a reason. Of course, I can't patch his 2-week absence. But you should be fine so long as you don't meet anyone from well-being.
Does Mentor Alonso count?
Yep.
Any other things I should be worried about on my ID?
Only that you're about a foot taller than the original Graham Grundy. By the way, how the hell did his ID end up in you anyway? That's deep core stuff.
It was transferred into my U-chip by a hacker in the Gap.
Impressive. How long has this dude been a hacker?
Not that long, I guess. She can't be more than 14.
Oh.
Good luck, and thanks.
Same to you. By the way, you never told me your name.
Foster. Robert Foster.
Drone. Joey Drone.
I don't expect I'll see the two of you again.
Everything I'd learned from Leet made me wonder. Maybe all along, Graham was one of the good guys. At least now, with the data blocker removed from his ID, I'd be able to look deeper into his life.
Hey, Foster, where are we dropping?
Back to Graham's apartment for some good old-fashioned detective work.
Lead the way.
Graham's data was now unblocked. I hoped that would help me move forward. So Leet gave you a new shell?
Sure did.
And what can it do?
I don't quite know yet, but it beats hanging out at the bottom of your dusty man purse.
It's a satchel. I managed to remove a data blocker from Graham's ID.
Well done, Foster. Think you'll find out more information on Milo?
I hope so. I should start by seeing if I can access more of his personal data.
Well then, let's go.
Do you think Poppy will be okay?
I hope so. This place isn't exactly a daycare center.
What do you think of Leet?
He brought me back to life, so I quite like him. Although his dressing gown's a little loose.
I hadn't noticed. Did Leet do anything while I was in the chair?
Not that I was around for. As soon as he had me to talk to, he seemed pretty occupied.
I know the feeling. Bye, Joey.
What? I thought I was following you.
No, I mean... Never mind. Poppy?
Bilby!
Bye, Poppy.
Old man Russell had one of these back in the Gap.
I tossed the bilby down the furnace chute. Any signal leading to here is now gone.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
Take me to my apartment.
Certainly, Citizen Graham.
Thankfully, Graham's mail access was restored. I hoped it would help me figure out more about who this guy was. Whoever unknown author was, had sent Graham an attachment for the holoplinth. There was one thing I was sure of. That was not a bonsai tree. Printer? It was rare to see one of those.
I hear copter blades look good on a machine. At least that's what all the popular droids say.
Joey?
What's up, Foster?
Any advice?
Hey, I might be the smart one, but that doesn't mean I have all the answers. Besides, you'll feel better if you work some things out for yourself.
You don't have a clue, do you?
Not the slightest.
Thanks, Joey. Let's talk later, Joey.
Okay, Foster.
There was one thing I was sure of. That was not a bonsai tree. The plinth was showing the toy's tracking data. image being displayed on the holoplinth had changed. The HoloLens now projected fragmented data. Whoever had sent me this email attachment was trying to tell Graham something. But what? Joey?
What's up, Foster?
Let's talk later, Joey.
Okay, Foster.
Excuse me, Songbird?
Oh, you're back. I see you've changed. Good idea. You looked like a Gaplander.
Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
Hello, Chipworth.
Master Graham, what a pleasure.
Foster, you're not going to introduce me to your new pal?
Joey, this is my butler, Chipworth.
Greetings, Joey. What a pleasure it is to finally meet one of Master Graham's acquaintances.
Acquaintance? I'm his best friend.
Well, then we are equals.
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Please, can you water the plants, Chipworth?
Very good, sir.
Get a load of this guy. Hey, I remember these things. You always wanted the whole set. Weren't there 4 of them? Where's Captain Bilby? He's the best one. Tragic. Another victim of our fleshy overlords.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
Ask him if the refrigerator is running.
I swapped the lens for the broken one from the lockbox. It was a secret message. Aspiration Gala. Midnight. Be there. The gala. That's tonight. And I need to be there.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
To the aspiration platform.
I'm afraid that the Aspiration Gala is not open yet. You will need a formal invitation to attend.
Got a minute?
Is something the matter?
Hello again.
Good evening, Master Grundy. Off to work, I see.
What? Oh, yes, the cleaning won't supervise itself. Are you going to the Aspiration Gala?
Going? One is headlining, sir.
What do you mean?
Yours truly is performing in front of the best and brightest of Union City.
Performing what?
Droid poetry, sir.
Oh, boy. As an honored guest, do you have any spare tickets for tonight's Aspiration Gala?
Yes. One has been granted several refer-a-friend passes to the Aspiration Gala.
Can I have one?
Would Sir consider us to be friends?
Yes, of course.
Moments ago, Sir did not remember one's name.
Yes, but
in spite of the 322 exchanges we have had since we became neighbors.
Yeah, I can see how that might hurt a bit. So this poetry performance you mentioned, what's the story?
One has been invited to recite a humorous poem of one's own devising at tonight's Aspiration Gala.
You, a droid, have been tasked with writing a poem?
Oh, yes, sir. The poet laureate Reginald Arthur Schnipple, Esquire, performs regularly at the gala. And this year, he has invited me to open for him by reading an inspirational and humorous example of droid poetry on stage.
Droid poetry? How's that working out?
Very good, sir. Reginald has told me that whatever I read, it will be hilarious, and the people will laugh uncontrollably.
Laugh at or laugh with?
Oh, is there a difference?
That's what I thought. So tell me more about Reginald.
Poet laureate Reginald Arthur Schnipple, Esquire, is a comic genius.
Is that so?
He has performed at every Aspiration Gala since the event's inception, without fail leaving the crowd in fits of uproarious laughter.
He sounds like a real hoot.
To work alongside him would be a profound honor.
So Reginald's the go-to guy for inspiration, hmm?
Absolutely. His wit and insight is renowned.
And yet he's asked you to perform alongside him.
Yes, for comparison.
I see. Where would I find Reginald?
He is likely in the piazza, finalizing his humorous poem for tonight's event. But I am his servant, not his keeper, sir.
Could I hear some of your droid poetry?
Fine idea. One would value the input of an average human.
If you're looking for average, he's your man.
After 148,606 iterations, I have narrowed down the contenders to a manageable number. Here is number 59. There was once an A from place B, with unforeseen predicate P. Factor F occurred next, which resulted in X, and hilarious consequence C.
Ha! Brilliant! Bravo!
It might be a little on the nose.
Dear me, it's not about noses. It is a study of the structure of a limerick, assembled into the pattern of an actual limerick.
How very clever.
Indeed. That is what makes it so very funny.
Absolutely. You got any other poems in the running?
Oh, yes, sir. One has a list of things humans find funny.
Shoot.
Uncooked sausages, dogs wearing costumes, music of the tuba, children falling down, undone zippers, people dropping sandwiches, knock-knock jokes, and the smell of farts.
That one was pretty good.
I don't get that one at all. But it has a good beat, and it's easy to dance to.
The rhythmic structure is satisfying, is it not, sir?
Very.
And the farts, sir?
That's the best bit. Any more poems?
Oh, of course. This poem is an attempt to bring droids and humans closer together. It interlaces the brain-altering ingredients of spankles with the first 100 digits of the square root of 2.
Sounds like a hit already.
Cyclamate of sodium, 1.41421, 3562373, flavorant toxicity. Potassium benzoate 0950488, 0168872, high fructose.
I think I get the idea.
But there are 13 more verses.
Oh, Foster, let him finish. It's got something for everybody. 4209698.
Monosodium!
Save it for the gala. Don't want to spoil the show now, do you? If I gave you a bit of inspiration for your poem, could you get me into the gala?
Sir, that would be only fair. I'm sure Sir would enjoy the fruits of that inspiration at the performance.
I realized if I could help Tarquin with his poem, he could get me into the gala. So just to be clear, I give you inspiration, You get me into aspiration.
Inspiration for aspiration. That's rather clever. And it rhymes. Sir's genius is luminescent.
In that case, let me go see what I can find. Later, Tarquin.
Have a good day, Mr. Grun Day.